What's going on, party people? My name is Solomon. I am an artist, and thus I go by Solomon the Artiste. First of all, I apologize. I had a long day, so I didn't even get to shoot this video today. This morning, I've been telling y'all, that I've been preparing some monologues for some grad school auditions, and that was today. And so I really had to focus on that. My intention was to wake up extra early and shoot the videos and post them up for you guys, because you all have been such, motivation for me, and vice versa. It seems that I wanted to ensure that I get this up. However, it's crazy. Like, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning and I looked at the time and I was like, oh, I got plenty of time left. And I went and I watched an episode of whatever it was I watched. And then I got sleepy again and I fell asleep again. And I woke up, it was 7:30. And I was like, I still got plenty of time. Like, if I, just shoot this at 8:30, I can be done real quick, make it a quick short video, and just tell y'all how yesterday was and just, be good. Excuse me. And then somehow I felt sleepy again. And I fell asleep again and woke up and it was 10:01. And I was like, oh crap, Granted, I wasn't technically late, I didn't. So I would be, let's put it like this, I would be fine if I got on the train by 12, but that would be cutting it close. And I hate, going to an audition or doing anything, and, having to, and getting there right before I need to do whatever it is I need to do, I like to have time to breathe and, let loose and ease my way into whatever it is I'm doing. So I jumped up and just, had to, wash up and all that good stuff and basically just head out the door. And I just didn't have the time, Yeah, so let's get to it. Today's the 20th, so I am currently in my 19th day of fasting. And yesterday was the 18th day of fasting. Yesterday, I think I might have mentioned some of yesterday to you guys. I pretty much went to the supermarket, purchased some cantaloupes, tried to buy some watermelon. Didn't really see any watermelon. I'm still gonna try maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday morning, I don't know. But either way, went to the supermarket. I'm realizing, oh, by the way, by now you've seen the title, but still, I'm pretty much just gonna give you collectively yesterday and today's fasting experience. So you're getting two for the price of one, because I was super late today for one, and for number two, tomorrow morning I have to leave my house by 5:30 the latest to be on time for one of my survival jobs. So yeah, tomorrow morning I know for sure, obviously I ain't gonna be home, so I'm not gonna be able to shoot the video. And I figure it's pretty late right now, so I can tell you about today now anyway, because I'm pretty much just gonna go to sleep right after I shoot this video, because I want to try to get enough sleep to wake up on time. So yes, going back to yesterday, the 18th day of fasting, I realized, I kind of noticed it before, but yesterday was really an extreme experience of it, where the simplest of things, the simplest of exertions really wear me out. So pushing that cart was an ordeal. I can't remember if I mentioned this yesterday or not, but just thinking about it, it's just like, I feel like I gotta say it again, like pushing that cart was an ordeal. And cantaloupes are not that large, but even picking up the cantaloupe and bringing it to the cart, like, it was so much. And then, the cart, I didn't park in the parking lot of the supermarket because it was just too congested. And so I had to take my bags and walk with them to the car. And that was just, it was like basically painful, like that. And the walk was no more than, say, maybe 10-15 feet. But it's because there's no food in my system, it's like my heart in that moment just going boom, boom, boom. It's like just pounding as if it wants to get out my chest or something, and it's a little frightening, but I understand what's going on. And those are the moments where, once I finish doing what I'm doing, I legit have to just sit in the car, even if it's just for a quick 5 minutes, and just woosah until I'm back to being normal, quote unquote, and can drive, home and all that stuff. So, yeah. For the rest of the day yesterday, though, I pretty much was just home working on the monologues, just working nonstop, and I found myself having to, lay down and work on them once in a while, because simply just standing up can really become a task, because I never realized how much energy it takes to just speak. Like, it really takes a lot of energy to just talk. So me, walking around and doing my body movements and, saying these monologues and getting everything into my body, it's like I would do it and work it and feel content in, what I've collectively put together with these monologues. And then I would feel exhausted and feel like, I gotta lay down for a second, just 5 seconds, Lord. And then, while I'm laying down, I'm still reciting the monologue and all that stuff, I noticed that that's been happening mostly during this 3rd week of the fast. And I guess that, and I did read that the body will absolutely go into reserve mode. And so I'm thinking, this is me just trying to put my 2 and 2 together. It seems to me like if my body is in reserve mode, like just kind of going hectic and kind of nervous because, there's no food coming and we gotta, make this fat last, the energy we have last. Whenever I do make movements, it's exhausting because both my body is trying to save energy, but I'm also using energy because I'm moving, It seems like common sense. I'm gonna do more research to see if that, if that makes sense. I don't want to tell y'all that that's the case and not know for sure, but that kind of makes sense though, right? I think so. Yeah, so that was pretty much yesterday. Just figuring out how to thrive on bursts of energy. So today now, like I told y'all, I told y'all how I woke up and everything. I got on the train by about 10:53, so I still did kind of cut it close. But I knew that I auditioned for 2 schools today. And so for the first one, they had a way of doing things where they gave us a bit of an orientation collectively. And I still got there pretty early. I got there at about 12, I think like 12:30 or something. No, well, I'm lying. I got a little later. I got there at like 12:45, I think. But still, I knew that they were going to give us a little bit of orientation first. So that didn't give me, cause to walk slowly. Rather, it just gave me cause to, I did walk slowly, but it wasn't because of that. It's because, again, I know everyone else doesn't know, but I know that I'm on this fast. And so I need to, knowing what I was walking into, I knew that I needed to reserve as much energy as I possibly could, So fortunately, I drove to the train. I get on the first stop of the train, so I had a seat. I got off the train and, it was so crazy. I was like walking up the stairs out the subway, like so slowly and calmly and just taking my sweet time and just breathing and walking. And I'm thinking in my head, yo, I am right now the person that annoys the crap out of me in the city. Like, I am literally walking like a tourist. And I'm feeling bad for whoever's around me because in my head I'm like, I'm sorry, but this audition's important to me, so you figure out what you gotta do, but I know I'm gonna walk like this, So, take my sweet time. I walk to the venue for the audition. I get there. Building is freaking cold. Why? I don't know. It was a hotel that they had the auditions at. Has this thing been blurry the whole time? I hope not. I've just been sitting here talking. What's going on? What's happening? Why be blurry? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if I've been blurry this whole time. I hope not. I'm still putting it up though if it's blurry. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, so it's interesting. So, I made sure I tried to be, now again, this is, like a theater type thing. So I knew that I needed my voice. And so I definitely made sure to boil some of my distilled water. And I had that with me, but additionally I had regular, cold distilled water. So I had 2 bottles of water with me. And I ended up really having to drink a lot of that hot water though, because as a singer, usually, obviously you drink, like your tea and your honey and things like that. I'm on a fast. I'm not taking it. I can't drink the tea. I can't have honey, So I had to make do with the hot water. But yeah, either way, point is, somehow I made it through the audition, because there was a point where I started feeling so tired during the orientation. It might have just been because I found the orientation part a little boring. I mean, it was educational about their school and everything, absolutely, but in my head I'm just thinking, please, I just want to audition so that I can get to the next school, because I only have but so much energy. Fortunately, by the grace of God, I was the 3rd one to go for some reason, which worked out in my favor also, because that meant that I could walk slowly to the next audition. So I got to audition at about like a little before 2, and then my next audition for the other school wouldn't have been until 5 p.m. And it was only like a 30-minute ride on the train to get to the next venue. So, I left that building and I was just rolling like it was nothing, just taking my sweet time. But even though I was just strolling as slowly as I wanted to, I still found myself having moments of like fatigue and just feeling my heart go, fast. I do find that I've put 2 and 2 together, and I find that sometimes my heart will pound super fast if I am on the verge or am already somehow dehydrated, because what will happen is I'll chug some water down and my heart just slows down and I feel fine. And it's like this weird thing. I feel like people understand when I say this, but it's like you ever like been dehydrated before and you finally get some refreshing water and you drink it, and it's like almost as if you drink it and and it's like you feel it not just going down to your stomach, but you almost feel it like going through your veins, through your skin or something. That's how it feels sometimes. And so that's when I realized, like, oh yeah, I am dehydrated. And I do remember a few videos ago I told you that my ENT, a voice specialist, he had told me that just looking at me he could tell that I was dehydrated. And so I'm trying to like be aware of that and keep myself hydrated, basically. So either way though, I made it to the second audition. Fortunately, that place was super warm. It was nice to be able to just sit and chill. I took a nap. Real talk, I took a nap right there in the venue. Because the other thing too is that I got there super early and they were an hour behind anyway. So when I should have been seen at 5, I didn't get seen until 6, And it is what it is. Coming home, that's when the ordeal came. I had to try to be strategic because I knew it's the evening, and so getting a seat is not always going to be possible. By the grace of God though, I think I had a seat on every train that I got on, with the exception of one, when I had to, because I took one train, but there was like this homeless guy who took up like a whole, basically almost like half the train car. It's New York, y'all, sorry about it. But I literally just got off the train after that, because I was like, I don't think I have the strength to stand there and hold the pole until my stop, because it was like a 30-minute ride, like I said. So I got off that, so that was just like a 2-minute ride. Got off, just waited for the next train, which came about 3 minutes after that, got on and was able to sit. And then coming back, I was able to sit, without a problem. So yeah, The only thing that there really is to talk about in respect to today and yesterday is the exhaustion part, you know, the fatigue part. And it's not like, you know, like an all-day fatigue or anything. It's literally a momentary thing where I guess because I'm in this fast and I have no food in my system, just doing something as simple as lifting up my book bag, which was pretty heavy today because I had to bring a change of shoes and everything. You know, lifting up my book bag and having to wear that. Oh, the backpack is pretty heavy. That's probably why I was getting so tired too. You know, having that huge thing on my back and walking and, you know, just basically, you know, when you got a big backpack, you kind of walk tilted to the front a little bit and everything. And so even though I was walking slowly, I was still in constant, you know, that's what it is. Because I really couldn't understand why I was getting these moments of fatigue and why my heart was pounding when I was walking so slowly. That's what it is. And I should have known that, actually. I mean, I had no choice. I needed to carry the things I needed for, you know, the auditions, but still, it is what it is. You live, you learn. Go figure. Either way, I think I'm going to end this here because I'm tired and I have to work tomorrow. But, you know, I really do want to say that I'm so grateful for you guys that are watching these videos, that are being inspired and motivated to do your own fast or to keep up with your own fast, because I know for a fact it ain't easy, especially when, you know, like I know some of you have kids and you gotta cook for them kids, and I know you be looking at the food you're cooking for them kids and just thinking, dang, this look good, you know. And me, I live in a household, you know, where I live in a Jamaican household, so you know the food's always good. And I just gotta sit there, wake up in the morning smelling, you know, some fried dumpling and fried, you know, plantain and all that stuff. And, you know, I mean, I can't be mad. I can't, you know, expect the family to not eat well because, you know, I'm on this fast. But at the same time, I want some fried plantains. But, I'm looking forward to my cantaloupe though. Truth be told, even if I wasn't fasting, I'd be eating cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe and honeydew. And plums. June plums. And I love fried plantain. I love fried plantain. I don't know how I just got to food. I'm sorry, y'all. I really am tired. In any case, like I said, I'm gonna end this here. So thank you all so much for watching, and God bless you.